What's up, y'all? Chris here to give some post-fight thoughts on last night's Brandon Rios Mike Alvarado fight, as well as the main event of the UFC on Fox card. Hate to combine them like this, but it's just more convenient for me. First off, we'll do Rios versus Alvarado. Shouts out to my boy Calix. He invited me to do a post-fight vid last night. Unfortunately, I couldn't because my computer's been acting up. My computer sucks. It's old, but I'm one of those people that doesn't like to get new stuff until the previous thing is broken and it can no longer function. But shouts out to him for at least inviting me to come on. I'm sure we'll link up eventually. I always enjoy collabing with Calix. But anyways, as far as Rios Alvarado, what can I say, man? This fight went almost exactly how I thought it was going to go. I didn't think it was going to be that one-sided or was going to end that early, but I knew that. I can't say I knew, but I assumed that Rios was going to win. Like I said in the predictions video, I thought Alvarado was shot, and not only do I think he's shot fighter, but he said it himself. He didn't train properly for this fight. He looked like shit. I didn't see this training sparring video, whatever it was, on Fight Hub. This one pointed out for me before my predictions video, but he looked awful in that. It almost like amateurish. It was pathetic. I don't know. I feel bad for the guy. He's on the road to Jermaine Taylor territory, it looks like, with what's going on with him outside the ring and the way he has just looked awful inside the ring. But, I compared their second Rios Alvarado fight once again to Corrales Castillo 1. Much like Diego winning that fight, Alvarado won the rematch, won the battle, lost the war. Diego Corrales never won another fight after the first Corrales Castillo fight, and Alvarado has not won a fight since the rematch with Rios, and I'd be surprised if he ever wins another fight again. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but he just looks done. As for Rios, looked impressive, but hard to take. It's hard to say what you could take from that fight, but either way, he looked good. Obviously, he looked much better than he looked against Diego Chavez. What's next for him? Who knows? You never know with promotions, networks, who can fight who. But would I like to see him fight? The same person most people would like to see him fight. Victor Ortiz. They got a rivalry. They got beef. That aside, stylistically, it'd be a good fight. You got one guy that's more talented in Ortiz against one guy that's got more heart and balls in Rios. Be interesting to see who can take that one, but I'd love to see it next. Doubt it happens because of with different promoters, but that's what I want to see next. But either way, good win for Rios. Disappointing loss for Alvarado, and I don't know, man. He's pretty much done on the main stage and might be done as being any kind of a just legitimate fighter at this point. I hate to say it, but it seems to be the case. As far as UFC on Fox, I just want to talk about the main event, the co-main event. Main event, Anthony Rumble Johnson getting it done in impressive fashion, stopping Alexander Gustafsson in the first round. Got poked in the eye. At first I'm like, no, not again. This guy's been poked in the eye way too many times in his career, but responded by just cracking Gustafsson with the right hand and jumping all over him and never giving him a chance to breathe. Just destroyed him on the ground. The referee probably could have stopped it a little bit sooner. Saved Gustafsson a little punishment, but he gave him the benefit of the doubt. But Rumble never let up and just absolutely made a huge statement going into becoming the number one contender and next challenger for John Joe's lightweight title. Definitely a fight that I'm looking forward to. But Rumble got it done. A great career turnaround and has looked as impressive as ever, and that was by far the biggest and best win of his career. The only other fight I really want to mention, co-main event of the night, Dan Henderson getting stopped by Gegard Mousasi. Stoppage was a little bit quick, but Henderson, when he went down, he definitely looked like he was hurt. He looked kind of out of it, stunned, like the next punch kind of made him come to, but I don't have a problem with the stoppage. I think if the ref would have jumped in, Mousasi would have just landed more strikes on the ground from the top position and finished him off regardless. So, a good win for Mousasi, even if it wasn't the most clear, win, most decisive, I guess you would say, or without debate or controversy, but either way, I think Mousasi would have got it done if the ref wouldn't jumped in there. But either way, good night of fights if you're a combat sports fight fan like myself. Then it was a good night of fights overall for the most part. And as for the UFC on Stockholm or UFC Sweden crowd, really impressive crowd. It almost reminded me of a Klitschko fight with a huge arena full of fans, very enthusiastic, especially given the time. It was like 2, 3 a.m. over there, but good atmosphere. Anyways, that's it for now. What are your guys' thoughts on any of the fights you watched last night, whether it be Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado, or the UFC on Fox card, or both, like myself? But until next time, link to Twitter and Twitch as always, and Till next time, I'm out.